You think you're in control of your reality? You're wrong. Just a tiny chemical, and your brain redraws the entire world. From the morning coffee that jumpstarts your day, to the quick fixes you reach for when life feels too heavy, we want to feel better, more awake, more relaxed, more alive. But every shortcut comes with a biological counterforce. The brain never gives free happiness. Every borrowed feeling demands repayment. And let's start with stimulants. Caffeine doesn't give you energy. It silences the brain's fatigue alarm. Adenosine tells your brain you're tired. Caffeine blocks that message. The battery looks full, but it's already damaged. Nicotine doesn't motivate you. It forces the dopamine valve open. What feels like power is pressure being released.
Some stimulants don't just boost dopamine. They hijack the control room. The system floods and shuts itself down to survive. This is the crash. You didn't create energy. You borrowed it from tomorrow.
Repeated stimulation raises the pleasure threshold. What once felt amazing becomes barely noticeable. The volume knob breaks. When dopamine is hijacked too often, natural rewards stop working. Food, sunlight, achievement feel silent. Depressants don't fix the noise. They lower the volume of reality. Everything slows, including you. Depressants amplify GABA. That's the brain's braking system. The harder it's pressed, the less you can respond.
Alcohol doesn't make you brave. It shuts down the brain's social filter. Judgment fades, not fear.
When the brakes stay pressed too long, judgment dulls. Reflexes slow. Even empathy fades. Opioids and benzos don't remove pain. They wrap the mind in a cocoon, safe but disconnected from reality. Depressants don't just slow the brain. They train it to stop working without them. That's dependence. When depressants disappear, the brain doesn't relax. It panics. This is why quitting depressants suddenly is one of the most dangerous withdrawals. The brain can overload. That's why depressants must be reduced slowly, step by step, not all at once. Alcohol doesn't make you more social. It simply turns off the part of your brain that feels shame. If stimulants turn the volume up, hallucinogens change the frequency entirely.
These substances blur the boundary of the self. You are no longer observing reality. You are inside it.
Ketamine doesn't amplify perception. It disconnects it. The experience isn't the same for everyone. It amplifies what already lives inside you. These substances don't create new truths. They reveal what was already there. Different chemicals, different effects. But the brain reacts to all of them the same way, by fighting back. The human brain has one absolute priority, not happiness, not pleasure, balance. When you push the system toward pleasure, the brain doesn't celebrate. It prepares a counterforce. The brain never pulls you back to neutral. It overshoots. That's why the crash feels worse than before. It's not sadness. It's the absence of feeling. When pleasure is repeated without effort, the brain adapts. It listens less. Natural pleasure is earned slowly. Artificial pleasure arrives instantly. Only one of them teaches the brain to value effort. When the brain is overstimulated, ordinary life stops registering as rewarding. At this point, people don't chase pleasure anymore. They chase normal. The brain learns from contrast. Once it knows the shortcut, the old path feels unbearable. The brain doesn't need repetition. One trigger can replay everything. By the time you decide, your brain has already acted. You think you chose it, but your brain just followed a loop. Knowing is fast. Doing is slow. And the gap controls behavior. Willpower is not a trait. It's a battery. And it runs out. You think your behavior comes from choice, but most of it comes from environment. Your brain doesn't like normal. Normal feels empty, so it pulls you toward extremes. Boredom is not harmless. It's the doorway. When nothing feels rewarding, anything that feels something wins. The brain doesn't chase pleasure forever. It rewrites what normal means. Yesterday's high becomes today's baseline. When the baseline rises, simple joys fall below it. Nothing is wrong with the world. Your brain just raised the bar. This is the turning point. You don't used to feel good anymore. You used to stop feeling bad. The brain doesn't always cooperate. When you try to be sober, it pushes back. It wants what it's used to.
Every artificial high leaves a shadow. Pleasure fades, excitement disappeared, and you're left with a deeper emptiness than before.
Your brain can be hacked. Shortcuts feel good, but they leave cracks, and when the chemicals fade, reality feels harsher than ever.
The first step is simple, but powerful. Reclaim control. Your brain can produce all the chemicals it needs.
Exercise, genuine connection, and conquering meaningful challenges are the only ways to safely boost your brain's chemistry. Every time you rely on a chemical shortcut, you outsource your brain's natural control. Regain it.
Sobriety can feel like a journey, a trip to the highest resolution of reality. Painful, vivid, and real.
Your body is the most sophisticated chemical factory in the universe. It can produce dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. If you rely on substances, you outsource your brain's function. Regain it. Reconnect your natural pathways. Experience life on your terms. Take control of your brain's chemistry. Adjust it naturally, sustainably, through movement, connection, and challenge. You are the operator. True happiness grows naturally. It is earned, nurtured, and sustained. No shortcuts, no...
Reclaim your life from shortcuts and borrowed highs. Stand tall and let your natural energy lead the way.
Sobriety is not absence, it is power. The sharper, clearer, and freer you become, the more alive reality feels. Every time you rely on an outside substance, you rent out your own mind. Take ownership. You are the only operator of your experience.
Sobriety allows you to experience reality at its highest resolution. No distortions, no borrowed highs.
You always have a choice. Follow shortcuts that dim your mind, or embrace reality as it truly is. Choose wisely.
Sobriety is sometimes the strongest trip you will ever take. It reveals reality at its sharpest, clearest, and most... Choose sobriety. Choose reality. Choose truth. Because the highest resolution life you can experience is the...
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through your brain and reality, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so we can explore more together.